So I'm waiting online at the post office, and it's more significant than usual. And because of COVID restrictions, everyone has to wait outside. Only like two people are allowed inside at all. And it's taking a while. And I decided to break the ice and say, so are they still busy counting votes inside the post office or what? Can I get a holla for more A plus Gemry that just freaking oozes off of my creatively jacked dome forevermore? Because I've worked my freaking tuchus off to develop such a highly evolved, hilarious state forevermore. At the tip of my tongue, holla! Thank you very much! So I'm going to read a piece called Memories of Meh Pastrami on Rye. The considerably less greasy pastrami from the 2nd Avenue Deli in Manhattan, compared to Katz in the Lower East Side on Houston Street, offers a killer pastrami on rye, yet memories of more meh bites or pricey pastrami don't make my heart flutter with more erect interest the way repeat showings of the cherry pie video on MTV in junior high did, or provide the same rapturous joy in hunting down the perfect chicken cutlet in high school throughout lower Westchester County once we all became licensed to drive. Corey Haim lives. Holla. Thank you very much. Not every pastrami sandwich on rye from Jewish delis in New York is woo-worthy. Growing up in the snuggle-soft confines of Westchester County, 30 minutes north of Manhattan, aka the big city, our only local option growing up for pastrami was at Epstein's, located on a semi-derelict, zero-frill section of Central Avenue, close to White Plains, New York, where my friends and I back in the day used to frequent at this bodega nearby who did an ID to pick up more 40s of Old English, otherwise known as Snoop Dogg's old school hose sprayer of choice. Can I get a holla for what Gen X dads understand? Holla. Thank you very much. The pastrami on rye at Epstein's is only $13 for a reason, compared to its vastly superior, smokier, succulent cousin at Katz Deli on Houston, the oldest deli in America, which was big time before George Burns uttered on his deathbed, "I got off easy," compared to Jackie Mason, who had the misfortune of being branded as the less lovable, more overtly Jewish, curmudgeon version of Don Rickles, who didn't go out of his way to kiss Frank Sinatra's ass for a living as a whole. Reality is, you get what you pay for, and the pastrami at Epstein's always tasted a tad blubbery, rubbery, to be classified as Yelp-stroking, jerking up pastrami material ever. Is the pastrami at Katz infinitely better than Epstein's? Pastrami is the Catholic Church soft on condemning pedophilia. Still, Katz is a schlep if you don't live downtown or anywhere remotely close to the island of Manhattan. Beastie Boys lives. Holla. Plus, the place is a dump. That being Katz. And pictures of Ben Still on the wall don't make it any more alluring either, regardless of Ben being the face of Mugatu or not. Also, when you go to Katz for the first time, when you're already in your late 20s, when you're selling ad space for the Village Voice, which doesn't include the sale of shemale-sized stamps in the back, you feel unfashionably late to the pastrami is king rallying party. I've tried the pastrami from the famed Montreal Jewish deli transplant, Mile End in East Village, which packs as much old world charm as Ethel, the waitress's armpit stains as she scribbles in your order, cursing your existence for being such a predictable, blah-brained bore like the rest, as she thinks, "Pastrami on rye with spicy brown mustard, how original!" I bet he thinks Bill Maher, wishing for a recession on real time to get President Trump out of office pre-corona, was an example of keeping it real, resistor-like. Boy, can I get a holla for making Ethel, the waitress, armpit stain lady, more hilarious than she could possibly be in real life I'll injecting a modern hip sensibility to her, which would never actually happen in reality. Holla, thank you very much. Sidetracks, my impersonation of Bill Maher talking down to a Latino Republican on Real Time with Bill Maher. Latino Republican says, Bill, the wall is just symbolic. Bill Maher says, but I thought Latino Republicans skipped their Santana pothead phase in college altogether. Ken, I gotta holla for jerking off my material long time, not letting a blatant synchronized stealing of the U.S. election affect my funny man flow one iota. Holla. Thank you very much. My intention isn't to completely shit on the most unifying of all foods for Gentiles and Jews alike, that being pastrami on rye. Still, again, my intention isn't to completely shit on the most unifying of all foods for Gentiles and Jews alike, that being pastrami on rye. Still, taking my 3 kids to Epstein's this past Saturday to celebrate my upcoming all-star book review for the Great American Jew novel to be published in the Midwest Review of all places. I was slightly embarrassed for hard-selling my kids on how pastrami is considered the filet mignon of kosher cow dishes. Granted, this type of pastrami wasn't the Austin smoked brisket kind or the cat's caliber, but for a comedy writer who prides himself on his originality, I felt like a used Honda car salesman for pushing the pastrami on rye to my 3 kids by inferring they be fake news Jews without embracing the romantic comedy date nosh of choice. Can I get a holla for A+ Gemry? Holla. Thank you very much. Matilda, my eldest, actually emoted about her bit-sized bite of pastrami the most, saying, I like it, Daddy, but can you make your London broil again, but a tad more tender next time? Arthur, her younger brother, said, I like my Hebrew National hot dog way better than the pastrami, Daddy. Can you start making your Hebrew National dogs at home taste more like this? Baby brother Samuel took some excited nibbles from the pastrami, but he wasn't doing any yummy dances in the smoked meat delicacy's honor either. I inhaled the remainder of the pastrami sandwich, but only for mere blessed meat kosher's sake. I actually preferred bites out of our communal square potato knish by itself, without even dipping it in the too sour spicy brown mustard, proving meat isn't always better, especially if it's not a homemade do-it-all-dad creation you made yourself. Can I get a holla for preaching the gospel a long time? Holla. Thank you very much. At the same time, my kids were very giddy in our padded booth, sucking down their Dr. Brown's Diet Cream Soda, which isn't nearly as sugary sweet, with big-hearted, didn't want to be anywhere else in the world relish. On this unseasonably warm Saturday afternoon, before we visited my nearby old elementary school in Edgemont, New York, as I proceeded to make it rain, with more perfect arching jumpers from way downtown, before I started freaking out the more career-stable parents by the playground, by gutting our Nerf football at our kids' heads, which they ate up with a spoon. Sometimes the best things in life don't have to be smoked, cured, brined, or seasoned, reminding me how the only ingredient necessary for old school fun is being silly as you want to be, which never gets played out in our hearts. This is the Doodle Dad Year podcast, dad-friendly entertainment for you and me. What Gen X dads understand. Controlling our kids with comedy can make our kids great again. My 3 fuss-free kids, 98% of the time, are living proof of it. Again, Resist This, an election year comedy special, available on Kobo Audio. Use the promo code, which is good till January. Use the promo code RESIST, and you'll be laughing long time all the time. And I'll talk to you guys soon.